So you're welcome back to New Day. We're live from the studios of TV3, First in News, Best in Entertainment. It's time to look at some fashion trends now. And, well, as mentioned early on in the program, we'll be looking at how to incorporate African prints into your wardrobe. You know, now they're globally accepted. You'd find Hollywood stars rocking this on a daily basis, and they rock it well. So obviously, this is not going out of style anytime soon. You might as well start incorporating them into your wardrobe. We're discussing how to do it. Who should do this for you? Do you need an image consultant? Do you need a personal stylist to help you do, these things? My guest this morning is a face I know very, very, very well. So, Madame Suzanne Manasien Dodu is the image consultant for Royal Dennis. Royal Dennis is an apparel company. They make amazing designs. Not too long ago, I saw some work they did at the Kempinski Hotel, was it? Or it was a Mervyn Pick? Mervyn Pick instead. And yes, it was some ambassadors, and I thought it was beautiful. I saw pictures of it. I thought it was beautiful. Runway. Yeah, it was the diplomatic runway. Yes, that one, the runway. All right, Madam Suzanne, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, I see you in your what would we call this, a blazer or a petticoat?
It's a petticoat.
This is a petticoat. How does this differ from a blazer?
You know, the blazer can be...
The names.
Yes, the blazer can be in a boyfriend jacket. Okay. It can just be a jacket with a lapel, maybe the long sleeves or 3/4. Okay. But this...
So you will never have a blazer in 3/4, is that
it? This is just a petticoat to complement a dress.
Okay.
You know, not lined.
Okay.
Blazers are lined, they're a bit thicker.
And must a blazer always have lapels?
Not all. But it has a length. It has a required length. Okay. Not short. Okay. It's probably beyond your waist.
All right. Okay. So the length too is important.
Yes, it's important.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
So how is this image consultancy industry doing? Because suddenly there are lots of image consultants. Suddenly a lot of personal stylists. Where did you people come from?
But
well, how did you get into this industry?
I, as an image consultant, I did go to school.
Okay.
Personally, I did want to be an image consultant when I came to Ghana. I realized that it was a need in Ghana, in the corporate world, to be an image consultant, to train them on how they have to look, how they need to brand themselves, to make, in terms of they're going for marketing, going out to represent their banks, going out as a consultant, even as at the airlines. Okay, sometimes they do come, they require, we want to look very unique. Okay. And you have to put in your expertise. Okay, I think if you put this and this together, it's gonna blend very well. Okay. Image consultants and stylists are different. Okay, we work more with people. We don't just do the combination of designs. Although we do
You're more
clothes,
corporate. You do more professionals.
We do professionals. We do skin. We do color coordination. Stylists only probably put clothes together for you.
I'm glad you've drawn that clarification, because I think that style is very personal.
Yes.
So I was wondering how your work would be easy if you're dealing with people on a personal level. Yes. But where's corporate, I can totally understand. Style is very personal. People wear what they wear, for several reasons: mood, the season, etc., etc. Do you not think that style is personal?
But I think now a lot of personal individuals prefer that they have image consultants.
Why? They don't know how to put two and two together?
They find it a bit boring putting the same things together.
Or they're just not creative?
Most of them, they can be creative at a point, but depending on their busy schedules, they just wear anything they're going out. They don't actually have a brand. They've not branded themselves to look the way they want to look. They wish they could look like you, Moon, beautiful on TV.
Thank you, but I'm my own stylist. No, I pick up my clothes
like Moon. They don't have the time to put things together. Probably their skin isn't looking that good for them. They're not even seeing it. As an image consultant, you can mention it, you can highlight. I think you need a skin specialist to work on your skin. You need somebody to give you medications to boost you out. Then now when you're wearing colors, it complements your color, it complements
so it's all encompassing. It's not just the clothes.
No, it's not.
It's the skin wearing the clothes.
It's the skin, it's the hair, it's the shoes, it's the nails, and everything.
I see.
Yes, that's image.
I see. So I suppose then you work a lot with celebrities too?
We do.
Okay, who are some of the celebrities you work with?
It's not celebrity. I work
Okay.
with,
Well,
well,
people
now,
in the limelight.
yes,
Yeah.
now the first lady, we costume her when she's going to very important
Okay.
events.
Okay.
She calls on us, we go, we let her know with colors, with the fabrics that she has.
Yeah.
We choose the things for her. So
Oh.
it's putting them together at the same time. Royal Dennis makes the clothes for her.
Okay.
So we deal with quite a lot of people.
Okay.
Very personal,
Okay.
not.
Yes,
in
no,
the
I totally
yes.
understand. All right, so let's just go to the import of the discussion, which would have to do with African prints.
Yeah.
I think that the qualms people have, a lot of people have about the prints is that they're mostly too bold and busy, you see, and you don't want to look like you're all over the place. You don't want to be too busy for the eye to take in.
Yes.
So how then do you do the mix?
Okay, as an image consultant, that's why I'm with Blisco.
Okay.
Blisco
You
materials.
work with Blisco.
Yes,
Okay.
I usually talk on their platforms when they're
Okay.
having seminars.
Oh, you're a brand ambassador.
I'm not a brand ambassador, just that I've been with them for quite a long.
Okay.
Not work, but
Okay.
just to make sure their fabrics are bought by the right people. They know how to put the
Right.
fabrics together.
Together.
Yes, because as she said, the African prints are very bold.
Yes.
Some are very bold. The patterns are very large.
Yes.
If it's right in front of you, you wouldn't know what to do with
Yeah.
it. I mean, you need to be very creative when it comes to prints. You need to know how to put them together. You want to wear African prints maybe 5 times in a week, not just on a Friday. And you need to look different every day.
So you can do
put
that
them
without.
together. You put maybe on a Monday, you have a very down to earth, an earthly color jacket. You put on a black
prints, in
trousers
African
in prints. Why can't you do that? You can blend it. Now you can blend prints with plain fabrics. You can have a jacket with a little bit of prints at the edge on the lapel.
Oh, now I see
That-
fair and everything.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's where
Yeah.
print is going. I mean, if you go outside the country, they're even using
Yes,
prints
in the
more than
winter
what-
you see African prints with
yes,
fair.
in
Yeah.
men you
Yeah.
see men winter jacket. There's a print at the collar. I
Yeah.
mean, they're using it in a very creative way.
Yeah.
So we Ghanaians or in Africa, we need to be more creative.
Well, we can't do the fair here, by the way.
No, we can't. We can't. But we can at least use print, not the whole of the 6 yards of print
Yes.
that you have to wear. I mean, a little
Okay.
bit of it everywhere.
So there are a few
would wear.
images we see on our screen now. And well, yes, of course, as you just mentioned, men will do prints as well. So let's draw a difference between men and women and what they
Okay.
must wear when it comes to print. For men, are there other do's and don'ts?
I would, for me, depending on the person and how bold you are.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't say you should wear a very bright print
Yeah.
trouser and shirt. As you said, you look all too bright. Depending on the event you're also attending, that is what you have to look at. You can be going to a corporate event. You need just a blazer on a trousers, not a print trousers, because doing a print trousers and the same colored blazer,
Okay.
it doesn't work.
Okay.
You have your black or a very dark shade of trousers.
Even if the patterns in the print are not too bold and busy, it still doesn't work.
If it's going for
If you
a
pair-
corporate, if it's going for a
Yes.
corporate event,
Okay.
pairing it makes it too much.
Okay.
But just using a little
Why?
bit of
Why
thread.
must they teach us the standards? Why must someone say that you don't look corporate enough if you have too much African print?
Okay.
Why should someone
Let
set
me
the
tell you,
standards
in
for
terms
us?
of corporate
Yes.
apparel is just a term.
Yes.
It's not a type of textiles used.
No.
Okay. So as an individual,
Yes.
what suits you?
Yes.
It's not necessarily you going to wear a suit to say I'm corporate.
This is
No.
my point. So you
Yes.
could
so
still
you
pair-
could, depending on the
you-
textile of
Yes.
fabric you're using,
Yes.
not a thick woolen material.
Yes.
Definitely.
I'm
you're gonna
just
wear-
saying, Suzanne, because
Yes.
you said that then you may not look too corporate if you paired your print.
Yes. You
But
want to
I'm
fit
saying
in.
that why? But yes, but that's the point. I want to be different.
Yes.
Besides, it's not like I'm a rebel, but I don't think someone should
Should
set
tell
those
you.
standards
Okay.
and tell me what to
It's
follow.
just a standard that if you say I work in the corporate world, everybody is thinking, oh, that means your dress code is properly suit or a suited material. But that is just a term. That's what people have actually think that this is what I can wear. But you can always change things around. As we said, now we need to use the print more. So
Let
I mean, we
us change
promote
the
it
status
more.
quo.
Yes.
Let's do that.
We have to.
Yeah.
Not just the suits. If you go, not just it's the people that are running the businesses. They make you know.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
I want you to wear this, and I want you to wear that.
Indeed.
And everybody in their mind, I work in a bank, so I must wear a suit. Not necessarily that. It depends on how you put them together. You need to be very creative when you
Yeah.
put them together.
Yeah. Another issue people have with prints and pairing them or combining them with other fabrics is how they fade into the fabric. So I suppose that the quality as well is key. This is why you are going to say you should use Blisco.
Of course, because at Brandon is what do we do? If a client should come and say, you know what, I want a print, but I need a very good print that if I wash it and wash and wash, in the next 2-3 years, I need to see the print still looking the same as I bought it. I wouldn't tell you to go and get any other fabric. I would definitely, it's going to be the first name. You need to get Blisco. Blisco does not fade. Blisco is done in a very special way that it wouldn't fade in any of your plain fabrics. It would be maintained. Even the plain fabric you might even use would fade and leave Blisco standing out in your plain fabrics or in your attire.
Okay, so now let's also look at body types. This is another thing, and I think as an image consultant, this is something you consider when you're styling someone. So let's see, for fuller figured people like myself, what goes into your choosing a style for me?
Okay, if I should choose a style for you, I wouldn't give you a complete too bright, bold, bigger images in fabric.
Because it makes you look bigger.
Okay, so smaller patterned material or a smaller patterned print is what I'll use for you. Depending on the color you have. If you're very dark, I wouldn't use a very dark print for you because it's actually not going to enhance on the fabric. I'm going to use probably something a bit brighter, depending on where you're wearing the apparel to. That it works together. Where are you wearing it to? Your skin color, your body type, and how it's going to flatter you, make you stand out. Because as an image consultant, it's my duty to make you stand out wherever you go, not just be part of everybody. You must stand out. Making you stand out shouldn't make you look like a caricature or you've worn some funny colored prints and you're standing there. No. Your clothes, the design that you've made the clothes out of, the concepts of the prints that you've done in the clothes that you're wearing, the patterns has to fall together.
Do you at any point consider, again, the personal style of the person?
It does. You have your own personal style. You have your own idea of how you want to look. Okay? But sometimes, that's why I said, depending on your schedule, some people are so busy, the brain doesn't go beyond, let me just wear what I have. Okay? That's where they bring in an image consultant because they don't have the time. When they do get an image consultant, what do? They change their wardrobes. So in case they're even too busy and they need to pick up anything on their racks, they've been put together for them. They pick up, I know this and this match very well for me. I'm wearing what I'm wearing, but I'm still looking very beautiful and exquisite, and I'm standing out. You, as a personal stylist, you are a stylist for it because you have the time. You probably will plan way ahead. There are some who doesn't have the time. They're always traveling around. They need somebody to be doing that for them. And we have quite a lot of them now, especially women, not just men.
All right. So, and I've seen African print in almost every style imaginable, and it's amazing how it actually comes out well in rompers, in jumpsuits, in shorts, in skirts, in dresses. Even now in white bridal gowns, you see a touch of African print. What's that coming from, especially with the bridal wear?
It's just being creative. It has to. It's African something.
See, so
the print itself shouldn't be African. It's African inspired. Okay, it's a fabric. But it's inspired. Still ours. Yes, it is.
We'll take the credit
but if you do sometimes say it's an African fabric, people don't add too much value. So they go African fabric, Okay, I don't want. They will choose a little bit. They will choose a little bit of it. But if it's an African inspired, that yes, it's an African inspired design, but it's designed by probably this kind of designer, maybe Royal Dennis, which is the one I can remember because I'm in there, or Gorgeous by Royal Dennis. It's a brand. Okay, but with African in wedding gowns and bridal gowns, I think it's unique. It's just being creative with what Ghanaians or in what Africans have. They're trying to put everything together. Why must bridal dress be all white and all?
This is just what I mean by
lacy and all that. No, not everybody wants to look that way. They need a touch of something unique, something African in there.
So how about accessorizing with African print? Because now we see that there are bags that come in print, the shoes that come in print, jewelry, even buttons sometimes that come in.
Fascinators.
Yes. What is too much and what is subtle?
It always have to blend your pattern of clothing you're wearing. Okay, you can do a plain clothes. Put in a nice, beautiful, long, now we have beautiful accessories out there with prints. beautiful, bringing it out makes you look, you want a touch of color in it. As I said, in the banks, in all these consultancy firms and all that, even as a lawyer, you want to wear white and all this thick suits and all that. Out of the office, how do you want to look? Do you get it? Even if you don't want too much of an African cloth altogether, you just compliment yourself with an accessorize.
Yeah.
Okay, accessorize yourself with an African bead, earring with a print, with the jewelry.
But must it always be on a plain colored clothing?
That the habit is that if you put an African accessories on an African print, you just have to be careful it does not look too much.
Especially
because
when
the print itself, is busy, depending on the color.
Yes.
Okay, maybe you have a brighter colored accessories on a earthly colored print is fine. It's all taking its shade. It's not blending and it's not looking all busy. Okay, so sometimes if you want to be on the safer side, you want to put it on a plain so it will stand out. But if you're safe and you think you're very creative enough and you can do accessories that are print on a print clothes, then you know how you put in them together. You won't just put every color together, which maybe the accessory won't even stand out. You look too plainty. Right. So you want to be on the safer side. You put something that the neck area is plain. So if you're putting your print accessories on, it's actually adding a bit of beauty to the whole, from top to down, beauty to it.
Let's go back to body size. We treated the fuller figure. How about the very slim, slender, lanky?
The size 16. Lanky. The size 6 and the 8.
The zeros and the size zeros. The Ava Longorias.
The zeros are
not Ava Longoria is a size 0. Okay, me even depending on the designer, I can be a size 2 or 3. I've actually seen designs or labels where I have a size 2. I'm like, yes.
There's that's why I said it depends on the pattern in the material. It can make you slimmer. It can make you a bit bigger. Yeah. Do you get it? So the patterns are what you have to know.
Okay, so now if you're a bit more slender, you want to look a bit more fuller figured.
I actually know some people that want to look a bit fuller. I know people.
The irony
when
of the
we're
situation,
trying to lose the weight and want to be the size 8 and
no, I work with make it for BBA. The bigger the better.
Some want to come to where we are. But whichever way, I'm good the way I look.
Yes,
I
just be confident in what you wear.
Be confident in what you wear and where you want to go. Just look at how it's gonna. I mean, there has to be a blend. Yeah. You don't just wear anything at any time. There has to be a blend. Where exactly are you wearing it to? Which people are you meeting?
So are people like you affordable? Can just anyone? She smiles. Can anyone just walk up to Royal Dennis and say, "I'm looking for Madame Suzanne Manasseh Dodu. I would like you to be my image consultant." Are you affordable?
I'm very affordable because I actually look at your budget. I don't just say a price because I'm an image consultant. You want to change your image. I need to help you change your image. Okay. What is your budget? Do you get it? Because changing an image,
to change my
no,
image?
you don't. No. Depending on what you have in your wardrobe. Maybe they are all some 1980 kind of clothes.
Which any smart person can actually still, work around
That's
and make it look good.
We probably won't come in and change everything, throw everything out. Yeah. Some things can be used, some can't.
So you must go into the person's closet and see what they have.
Yes.
And, enter their personal space.
We make you look special.
Wow.
And feel special. Okay, and please go that as well.
Thank you so much. Mrs. Suzanne Manasseh Dodu is an image consultant with Royal Dennis. She also owns the brand Gorgeous. Yeah, I had to say that. You're watching New Day.